So let's look at another little app, and this seems to have quite a simple interface. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of the visual polish of some of the other apps we've looked at, but I kind of like this app, and I'm not sure it was really intended to be a game, but it's actually kind of fun. So what I have here is an ear training app, and it really has two modes. But let's just look at the interface here. Here we have our 12 notes, and I can turn off individual pitches. So I could just go with the white notes, for instance. And here I can turn off show notes. So when I'm actually playing the game, I can have it show notes or not show notes. Now, I think showing notes isn't very useful because I'm doing ear training, so it's sort of up to me to decide what the next note is. But I can also set a range of pitches. I can set a length. So the game can be 10 notes long or it can be 60 notes long, and it gets really long at 60 notes. I can set the size of octaves I'm willing to hear. I don't want to hear larger than an octave, for instance. I can set a variety of timbres, and I can also turn the mic on and off, and I'll show you that in a second. It's kind of a second version of the game, but let's just start this. So it's going to play a sound. It's not going to tell me what it is, and I'm going to find it. Now, I don't have perfect pitch, so what I'll do is I'll just drag my finger around the circle until I match the pitch. And theoretically, this is supposed to help people who can't sing in tune. It's supposed to help them learn how to match pitch. Okay, so that wasn't so bad, but it gets more complicated if I turn on all the chromatic pitches. Woohoo! So what it shows here is the key down accuracy. That's how much I got right at first, and I missed a point digging around for that first pitch. And then the key up accuracy is the percent I got right by the end. And it tells you how long it takes you to pick that first note, and how long it takes you approximately per note to pick the next note. So that's actually kind of interesting. So once you set a standard, you can go back, and I actually don't expect to ever do this well again, so I'm not going to demonstrate it more than once. So what else is interesting here is if you pay a little extra to unlock the rest of the app, you can actually get the microphone to work too. And remember, this is supposed to help you sing in tune, and it's actually very humbling because even though you might think you sing in tune pretty well, sometimes it's quite off. So if I go turn microphone on, and I'm going to flick it on there, and then I go back, and then I'm going to start it again, and what will happen is it will use the pitches I sing to essentially do the same process. I will sing back the pitch to it. ba, 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 ba. So I got the pitch with 73% accuracy, and by the end I only had 91% accuracy. So even as I stopped singing pitches, it was still kind of bobbling around the area. So what you see, and just if I sing a pitch, ba, so there was an A, and it was really hard to just hold that A in place. So this is another fun tool for students to kind of test their ability to sing pitches back. I actually think it's quite revealing, and another little interesting thing you can do, besides seeing how well you can score over 10 or 20 or 30 notes, is to change the timbre. And some of these have really strange vibratos and other sound effects. So if I start it, it actually becomes very, very difficult to match the pitch, and that'll be reflected in the score, which is why I chose sine wave. It's the easiest. And if you go to Sound Editor, you can actually look at the different sound qualities. So if I go to sine wave, for instance, I can actually see the sine wave, and it's actually fairly simple across the bottom here. But if I go to what I had before, which was that vicious vibrato, and I go back and look at the sound editor, it's quite a complicated thing, and I can play sounds at the bottom to get a sense of what I'm going to get, and I can actually draw contour lines too. So certain things are louder and certain things are softer, and I can actually change the default sounds quite regularly. So it's another little fun tool to play with, and really it's quite a varied little app. It does a lot. It doesn't look like it's going to do a lot, but it does a lot. So another little tool to have fun playing with. So that's Hear Me Ear Training by Tony Lepacorpi, I think, Tony Lepacorpi. And if you like the app, I'd go ahead and unlock it so that you can use the microphone. That's where the app really starts to shine, where you really see how multifaceted and how sophisticated the app is despite its simple appearance. So, 2 fun apps, one a game and one more of an educational tool, but both worth checking out and both for free. So go pick them up now.